Hello, Robotics Notes fans. Happy December 27th. I hope your Christmas was good. I will be watching Glass Onion tonight, finally. Tonight at 7 p.m., me and my friends are going to get together on Discord and watch Glass Onion. But for now, let's load the data. Oh, by the way, it's 3:59 a.m. An imposing alarm rings throughout the facility. Enemy attack! Enemy attack! All hands prepare for combat. All card troopers, take off as soon as you're ready. Maximum cringe. It's really embarrassing when Akio gets like this with actual adults present. She's like an elementary school boy or something. I don't want to get lumped in with her, so I stay quiet. Everyone else appears to feel similarly. Akio finds herself totally alone, causing her to deflate. It goes without saying that the alarm has zero to do with an enemy attack. It just means the ceiling crane is moving. Right now, said crane is sliding back and forth, moving the motor hanging from it to the top of Model 2. Without me even realizing it, the bottom half of Model 2 is basically finished. We're attaching the waste parts now. These parts have 2 motors installed into them, making up the leg joints. By installing these, the 2 legs will finally be connected. Having that crane really makes a huge difference when it comes to assembly speed. Akio looks up at the crane and mutters to herself. Jack's technicians are operating the crane. I recall Akio saying that it'd be too dangerous to let students operate it, so they would let her touch it. We should just be grateful that JAXA is lending us Nason and these technicians for our little robot project. Kind of shocked by how quickly this is all coming together. About 2 weeks ago, I'd heard that the new motor had been completed. At that point, Model 2 only existed up to its knees. Most of the parts are finished already. For the last 2 months, Akio and Subaru have been going to the clinic day after day to make parts. Sure, but in Model 1's case, didn't that take like 7 years? Things are completely different this time around. Back then, we had no money or facilities to work with. Everyone before us had just built things little by little over the years. But by the time the baton got passed to us, I was pretty much working alone. Yeah, I get it. I didn't help at all. But this time lots of people are helping with gun build too. We have money and capable members. Especially Subaru. The roadmap he made is why we've been able to keep making progress. If it was just me, I'd probably forget what I'd already built and what I hadn't yet. The prep work is pretty much all done now, so we're just... Oh, I just realized the volume is a little too low. On the music side, because I did Christmas Eve live. So sorry the in-game audio was a little low there. The prep work is pretty much all done now, so we're really just waiting for the new motors to be completed. By new motors, you mean the one Grandpa is building using the monop... Hiya! I jammed 3 fingers into Jinna's mouth. Maintaining that position, I look for Nason, trying to avoid her prying into this monopole business. Luckily, Nason is a little ways off. I'm looking up at the ceiling crane. I don't know why I put an I'm in there. Don't be so careless, Jun-chan. Jinna taps my arm while staring at me with tearful eyes. She's clearly given up. That was terrible, Yashio-kun. Never had a boy stick his fingers into my mouth before. No worries, I've only ever done it to Aki-chan. By the way, if I ever slip up, don't hesitate to punch me. I could never do that. The only ones who know about the monopoles are us, Doc, and some of the oldies from the local workshops. We decided that nobody else needed to know, especially not the JAXA folks. So yeah, the monopole motors, or new motors, are starting to get completed. What is this miserable feeling in the pit of my stomach? She's completely hopeless. Chun's sacrifice was totally for nothing. Fortunately for us, Nason didn't hear, so we narrowly avoided death. Akio flashes us an embarrassed smile, then continues. That said, we only have 8 out of the total 24 complete. Up until yesterday, we were swapping out fake placeholder motors. I guess all the motors in Model 2 have been fakes. We were also practicing with Harunaka-san. Akio looks up at the ceiling crane. Subaru and a veteran JAXA technician in uniform are operating the crane from above. Well, Subaru is just observing. Harunaka-san is the JAXA technician in charge of the crane. He was apparently involved with the assembly of every H-2 rocket. He's quiet, but immensely skilled. As far as the Robot Club peeps are concerned, there's no one as reliable as he is. Plus, unlike Doc, he doesn't shout all the time. There's been no assembly work at JAXA for the last few years, so he helped with building the legs to stay fresh. And so now we're assembling the waist. Once both legs are connected, the lower body will be done. It'll be able to walk. Although in terms of software, we're waiting for Fraubo to make the system. She said, delivering her confusing testimony. Hey, make sure you do it, okay? We're counting on you, Fraubo. She said, delivering her confusing testimony. Are we gonna be alright? Prez! Subaru's waving both arms and shouting from above the ceiling crane. Is it just me, or is he kinda high energy today? Big mood. Duh. We're lowering it down, so please secure it in place. Alright. I'll be right back. Akio runs off towards Model 2, puts on a safety helmet, then climbs the scaffolding next to the robot's legs. It's not just Akio. Several of the technicians gather up and wait for the part to be lowered via the crane. Looks like they're going to be connecting it to the motors and the thigh joints, which leaves me, Jenna, and Frau off to the side. We're sitting at a table in the corner of the dreary facility. There's a whole shortcake here. And all kinds of dishes that Jenna put together. Fried chicken, wieners, the works. Nason brought juice and champagne as well. Today's the 27th of December, 2 days after Christmas. On Akio's orders, we'll be holding our little Christmas party today. Of course, Nason and the other JAXA technicians who always help us were invited to join us. Today's the last business day of the year for the TNSC, so the timing is perfect. The party is set to start as soon as the waist part is attached. Would have been nice if Irie could have made it. On Christmas Eve, the AI girl vanished alongside the white snow. Iro entered maintenance for an entire day, but is now back online and running without issue. As for Irie Yukifune, she ended up being transferred to a hospital in Tokyo by the police. They're gonna safely thaw her out. It made the news, but it's a gossip level story. It'll likely be buried by other news in a week, then forgotten. Yashio-senpai, did you find the Kimijima report number 7? Akio and the others are still working, but Frau is already picking away and snacking on chicken as she asks. No, I have literally no idea where it might be. I don't even know where to start looking. I'll do what I can to help you search from inside my house, like an armchair detective. Dude. Then you'll be useless, so don't bother. More importantly, hurry up and make Model 2's programming. Then your only choice is to get Irie-chan to help you, no? Irie-chan is gone, so that won't be happening. Have you even tried to call for her since Itaro came back? No, but she vanished right in front of me. She used to follow me around everywhere. Now she's nowhere to be found. Irie-chan is gone. But until Frau brought it up just now, I hadn't considered any of that. I didn't think to call out to Irie. But what if a sense of hope and expectation begins to build within me? But if I expect too much, it'll make the disappointment that much more painful. Irie being around would definitely make getting report number 7 easier. Yep. Sure hope she's still around for that. And so, I hesitantly tried calling out to her. The name. Her name! The name of a program that's already vanished from this world. The name of an AI, who was altogether too human. The name of an ordinary young lady who had always longed for it to snow on Christmas Eve. A girl with no family name. I mumbled to myself. Irie? Slowly look around. Once more. Irie. In stark contrast with the people noisily working on assembling Model 2, the three of us perk up our ears in total silence. But as expected, there's no reply. See, she's really gone. She was removed like a bug. And aren't you the one who predicted this would happen in the first place? Yesterday, I saw Irie-chan. What? Are you serious? Frau starts nodding. If that's true, then why won't she appear when I call for her? It's simple. There's a voice. Even though Frau, Juna, and myself are the only ones here. Even though none of us has said anything. Irie is no longer here. The voice came from my phone droid. A voice that I'm extremely familiar with. She's here! She didn't disappear. I hurry outside. I point my phone droid towards the voice. There. As if she could vanish at any time. She stands with a blank expression on her face. I thought she was gone forever. But here she is. Sorry about that, everyone. A blue icon shining on her forehead. Yup. That's blue. I sure do love blue. Irie is currently not present. Are you Gejine? Yes. If you have business with me, please tap me anywhere on the body, such as the forehead. However, forehead kisses are unnecessary. Do you understand, Yashio-san? Yo, wait. Do you actually remember that? It's unclear why Gejine would say something like that. As this is a possible bug, it is now under investigation. She doesn't seem to be teasing me. Well, it doesn't really matter if it's a bug or not. It's possible that her memories were reset. It's possible that her memories weren't reset. It's possible that Irie's just asleep and could wake up one day. But I don't care about the details. Doesn't matter if she's Gejine or Irie on the inside. Irie has come to the Christmas party. That's all I need. I'm content enough with that. It's a bit late, but Merry Christmas, Gejine, Irie-chan. Yes. Merry Christmas, Yashio-san. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the phase cleared, baby. And if I'm not mistaken, if we go into daily records here, our next day is the 19th. I'm gonna be a college student by the time Phase 9 starts. God damn. Well, everyone, I will, God, there's only 2 months of this left. There is exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Where's my mouse? There it is. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 days left in Robotics Notes like Animal Crossing. But that's the future. I will see you all in just under a month. But until then, tomorrow, there is another episode of Robotics Notes. Unfortunately, it was supposed to be the episode about the manga. I was going to talk about the manga adaptations and spin-offs and etc. But those will not be coming in the mail in time. So tomorrow we're going to do an impromptu Steins Gate special, where I'm just going to show you all my Steins Gate stuff. And then after that, I'll see you on the 19th, I suppose. But until then, Nochio!